go through some of these super chats. I know Alex is here. I'm going to speak to Sia as well, but I've got a few super chats to get through. First one says, you only had a lot of the ball once Lavia came off. What were the stats? I don't know. Let's just look at the stats on that, right? Let's look at the facts.
I don't think that's true.
We never had a lot of the ball.
Yeah, I'm going to check the stats now. In fact, I'm going to stop calling stats. I'm just going to start calling them what they are. I'm going to check the facts on that. So up until the Lavia substitution, what time was that substitution?
So 51. 51.
Sorry. So 50 up until he came off. It was 56% to Chelsea, 43% point something. So 43% to Liverpool. After that point, it was 58% to Chelsea and 41% to Liverpool. So no, it didn't change. The facts are it didn't change.
I don't even think anyone said that. So
no, the super chat said it. That's
yeah. I've never seen a fan base so happy with a loss. Do you know what, Seb? Just what I will find, what I do think is interesting. I'm going to call this out, right? Is I'm saying Ches ain't here. I know he's going to hear it back. So I'm not talking behind his back. We're in group chats together. He's my guy. But when Arsenal lose games, but they talk about how happy they were with certain things, people cook them, right? But this happens to every fan base. That there are times where you're not fuming. There are times where you don't have to be fuming at a loss. And I know everyone says, no, I want the high standards. I'm like, bruv, when your team was at its pomp, Chelsea, my team, Man United, Liverpool, no one was doing it. When you were supporting, I've got a good friend of mine. He's an Arsenal fan, right? He's a bit like it now. He doesn't do the online thing, but he's always angry no matter what's going on. I'm like, bruv, when Chelsea, like Arsenal were really good, you didn't behave like this when you lost games. You weren't talking about whistling and getting out white flags. He's like, yeah, but I've changed, bro. I've changed. I'm like, yeah, weirdly, I said to him, you ain't welcome for dinner anymore. Joke. Liverpool's defense was really good today. They tired everything today to isolate Trent, and Chelsea got nothing from it. Trent defensively was great. Sia, I know you're someone that's backed Trent a lot, but in the last 18 months or so, he has become a phenomenal defender. And under Slot, the defensive strength of the team looks better, and it's really getting the better out of Trent, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think with Trent, especially under Slot, it's not just his sort of defensive attributes, tracking back, knowing how to read games. There's also more effort being put in, because a lot of what I would criticize him for is that sometimes he just looked like he lacked a bit of effort. And recently, I'm not going to lie, he's been defensively the best right back in the league. Sancho tried everything to beat Trent. He got no change out of him. Trent put him in a diaper and gave him a bottle. Sancho had no joy on that left side. And Terry, I'd like to throw in a bit of my 2 cents quickly because the US Grand Prix is about to begin. I kind of pre-planned what I was about to say, but now I have to react to some things that have been said. I do agree with Mike on his tactical analysis on how Slot set up, because the commentators said those themselves. Our 4-2-4 press was not as intense as it usually is, because we wanted Chelsea to have more of the ball, because Slot knew that Chelsea don't really create from open play. And I think we did that very well today. But the problem is, in our team, we have a small liability, which is Dominic Szoboszlai. The guy does not create anything. And we need either Elliot to come back, take that role and be that creator, or we need to sign a number 10, because I am sorry, but I can't have a hybrid of Conor Gallagher and Jordan Henderson at number 10. It doesn't work. And to reply to Sam, yes, bro, we were in gear 3 today, because if you actually analyze who Arne Slot is as a manager, he's a very measured attacking manager. So this was in gear 2. We need a number 10, first of all. Secondly, we couldn't control the game because Slot had to rest McAllister, because the Argentina coach, the fucking idiot, played him while they were winning 6-0. So if we get a proper number 10, we are more attacking, because unlike you, when it was announced that we were going to hire Slot, I did my research on the guy, and he's a very good attacking manager. It's just that Dominic Szoboszlai is not cutting the mustard at all. The guy has been shit as a number 10. If he wants to play number 6, put him there. That's fine. He can run all day. But as a number 10, he's not creating enough. He's not scoring enough. He's just stuffing everything. Not even one through ball. It's not good enough, man. I'm sorry, but I think I've lost a bit of patience with the guy. I rated Dominic Szoboszlai when he was at Salzburg and Leipzig, but At Liverpool, it's just another Jordan Henderson, and yeah, it's not good enough, man.
I hear you on. Listen, I think what happens with Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk in the summer might dictate who you buy in midfield. I'm just pointing it out. You lose those three, you're not going to focus. I doubt you might. I mean, when I say you won't focus on a number 10, maybe there's someone out there you can. I mean, look how cheap Palmer was in comparison to like what he's delivering. There could be some options out there. Here, this should be Salah now to be considered one of the Premier League's all-time greats. He's been nothing but consistent since the day he arrived at Liverpool.
He's already considered one of the Premier League all-time greats. Just depends how highly you rank him on the list. But he's just
Liverpool's greatest ever Premier League player by far.
When I first started YouTube, I had to defend him a lot. Now it's like I don't even have to defend him anymore. Everyone
worthless debate. It's a worthless debate.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I believe he's 8 assists off of David Beckham now. So
it's a machine. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was actually just on the assist page right now in the Premier League. I was just kind of looking at that because I was thinking about Trent this year. Defensively looking better, but doesn't attack as much anymore, which I'm happy about because he's probably not going to break any of those assist records that I was worried about.
Ancelotti's going to love him, Terry. Ancelotti's going to love him next year.
But yeah, looking at David Beckham, looking at David Beckham, 265 appearances, 80 assists for him as a right-sided midfield player, and Mo Salah. I was looking at him on the assist level because he's on the second page, so he is now on 74 assists. That's in slightly less games, 271 games. But it means a four. I mean, David Beckham was a right-sided midfielder who played 30 yards deeper. We can't start rewriting the history.
4-4-2 period as well. Do you know what I mean? But it's still a fantastic record.
Of course it is. Yeah, no, it's cool. He's a top player. There's no doubt. I don't want to hear anyone other than Reece be blamed for the second goal. If Cucurella did that, the Pickford would be out. That's unforgivable.
No, Reece got it. Reece got it for the marking. Like Mike said, I don't know why he's trying to push out. I really don't. He should have just kept on tracking him. But I still say Sanchez, even if he didn't save it, still should have come out and just made himself like Peter Schmeichel style. You know, remember Peter Schmeichel used to like make himself look like 10 times bigger than he was. Just make Curtis Jones make a choice quicker than he did. Curtis Jones had all the time in the world there to make a choice, and all the, just
yeah. I mean, and in fairness, the first touch from Jones wasn't very good. He took the ball away from him.
That's what I mean. It wasn't even good. He still had time to score. Embarrassing.
Why is it other teams are allowed to brag of performances at a loss, but Arsenal can't? Whenever Chelsea loss, City loss, and Liverpool, their performances matter, not Arsenal's. If I tell you why, Dave, not from most of the level-headed people that sit on our panels, but that's, I said it the other day, but I said it this morning on my fan channel review show. I got more abuse yesterday in that Arsenal match reaction than any other video that I have done maybe in the last 2 years. I was sharing it in some of the group chats, some of it with the members and with the guys on the panel. It was hilarious, and it was because they didn't get what they wanted. They thought I was going to defend Arsenal, but because I criticized them, they went crazy. You've just got to remember, you guys were in the mud for so long that everybody's punching bag. No matter how bad our teams were, no matter how bad our days were, Arsenal were always the fall guys, and it frustrates people you're not still. I would just say this: I wouldn't let that bother you personally. I wouldn't. And you're right. For performances do matter. Of course they do, because without them, you never get sustainability. Thank you for the respect for Sam. A good game. You fought and deserved the win. Mo Salah is a king. Lavia was incredible. Up the Chelsea we move. That is from Irish Yellow. Terry, Chelsea fans are hypocrites. Maresca inherited a £1 billion team, and Slots bought an injury-prone player in Chiesa and could not spend a lot of money. Slot deserves all the credit for the win.
I swear some people don't have active listening, they just have selective listening. No one said, if we went back to the summer, most Chelsea fans probably had us, we were wary of Maresca. Even the rival fans were laughing when we signed Maresca. Let's not be.
If Hussam says Chelsea earned my respect at that point, just give it up, bro. Just give it up.
I know. It's just
if the biggest Chelsea hater on the internet is saying that Chelsea,
I've seen it in the chat. Some people are going to Sam stop glazing Chelsea.
Today I saw it with my own eyes. I'm not going to call my eye a liar.
Do you know what I find funny about it is this, right? Everyone will say, well, Chelsea should be doing this. They spent 1.6, 1.7 billion. And I understand that logic. But at the same time, it depends on what you've said. If you've said they've wasted 1.6 billion, and I've always had this argument about Man United when people go, you should be doing better based on the money you've spent. I agree. Do you think this squad is at that level though? No. So in reality, your expectation can't be that high, no matter who the manager
asked
is.
this guy what his impression was when we signed Maresca. Did he expect Maresca to do this? If he didn't
Yeah.
expect Maresca to do this, then he can't say that, can he?
Chelsea are not punching above their weight. Chelsea are doing so much better than most people predicted. Instead of just saying, I got it wrong, like Sam has had the guts to do today, they start talking about all sorts. And by the way,
we got it wrong about Slot as well. I didn't expect this from
a lot of people got it wrong about Slot.
Yeah.
This was a great watch, and we saw two managers that will be a joy to watch in the next 5 to 10 years with our respective teams. Big up Chelsea to show up at Anfield, and fair play to Liverpool for the win. I like this. Respect is earned, not given. I think we earned it from you, Hassam. Respect for that. But the game is not over. You won the first half. We'll see you in the second half at the bridge. Liverpool deserved the win.
Big up,
Alex, how do you feel about it, mate? You're looking a bit depressed there, but how are you feeling about it, mate?
I'm upset, actually. I don't think Liverpool deserved the win. I really don't. Ooh. Based on first of all, people need to learn the freaking rules. What's a red card? What's not a red card? Like, seriously, go read ABDs and then chat about what's red and what's not. There is no freaking way that's a red card. You literally, they can hold the hand together, Colwill and Tosin, and they compared that to freaking Blondie from Arsenal all the way on the other side of the field. Try to chase. You compare this is madness. This is madness to even think that's a red card. That's number one. Number two, I don't buy Hussam's apology. We ruined his childhood, and for the next 10 years, when Salah leaves, we're gonna keep ruining his adultness. We're gonna ruin his adult growing up for the next another 10 years, because we played against team that played together for so long. Salah been there for so long. That's the team we play today, and we're supposed to be demolished. That was his words. We're supposed to be demolished. Another thing that it wasn't being considered is the reason why so-called Palmer had a stinker is because the team was adjusted. Their manager adjusted to the strongest thing, and he did the right thing. That's why we had a midfield slightly more freedom, because you moved your players to cover that threat. So it opened for other ones. It's a tactical good thing from the Liverpool manager. 100% agree. Smart manager to do. We don't have a Salah in our team. That's why Salah did what he did. Salah's always been good. So I think that what happened today is two things that that made the difference. It's the penalties that they got and we didn't get. And I'm not crying that both penalties should be given, or both should be given, because they both soft penalties at the end of the day. That's the only difference between these two for 90 minutes. Nothing. They didn't do nothing more to win the game. Zero. I don't understand where they got that thing that they did deserve to win. Based on what? Tell me, what chances did they make that based supposedly win them the game? It's the call. It's literally the penalty call. And I'm okay with it. We played today against the team that been together for so long versus the team that slightly try to adjust to each other. I know people gonna say it's like you 3 years in a rebuild. No, we're not. We're not playing with same players for the past 3 years. We're not. By the way, and Arsenal fans over here in the super chat, oh, Chelsea, how is Chelsea praised, but Arsenal is not? You've been with Arteta for 6 years. If you don't understand why when you lose, it's funny, versus why when Chelsea lose and looking forward, it's a difference, you're out of your freaking world, man. You've been telling us for how long that, oh, next year we're challenging. Oh, next year we're challenging. Based on your challenge, we criticize you. None of the Chelsea fans said we challenging this season. None of us. Maybe done, but he's completely voodoo head. But Rest of the world, Chelsea didn't. Nobody. We're fighting for the top 4 spot. That's Chelsea. That's how you should challenge us. That's how you should, how you say it, go on for the future. Young team. Literally, today, youngest team in the Premier League played against oldest team in the Premier League. That's the difference.
Viewers, give us your thoughts, give us your feelings on that. This here from Carl says, from a Chelsea fan, respect to herself.